Record. Okay. So actually, before I do that, let me first tell you what we are going to talk about tonight. So our call, welcome to our team call. It's September 14th. So we're about halfway through the month, and I wanted to show you guys something that I've been doing with my like page. You can also do this with your personal page. And it's been helping me to meet new people, talk to new people about my challenge group, and you know, I've gotten Success Club points using this method, and so I just wanted to walk you through it. And it's using an event page or an event, creating an event for your challenge group. So right now, because PIO is on sale, I decided to run my challenge group that I call the Fit and Bendy Challenge. So that's something that I made up. Instead of calling it the PIO Challenge, I just call it the Fit and Bendy Challenge, and it's just a challenge group with PIO. And that's just another thing that I've kind of done with challenge groups, is I try to think of clever names instead of just calling it the Beachbody Challenge or the 21-Day Fix Challenge. You know, I just try to be creative. So anyways, I created my Fit and Bendy Challenge, and I've had it for probably, I don't know, a year and a half or so. So I'm going to screen share. Okay, so I created the event through my like page, and the reason I did that is because it gives me the ability to use Facebook ads as well as just sharing and inviting to the event. So Facebook ads is optional. You don't have to do that portion if you don't want to. And this is also, you can also create a event through your personal page. But since I am trying to build my like page, this is what I did it through. So here's my fall Fit and Bendy Challenge. I wrote this little spiel, give me 60 days. I can show you how to use PIO to get results that you're looking for, blah, blah, blah. You can go onto my page and see what I wrote there. But basically, what you see here starts Monday, September 21st. It will ask you when you're creating an event for the location. I just put your own home. And then here where it says tickets available, this link actually takes you to a Facebook group. This is the group that I have set up for my Fit and Bendy Challenge. So this is an event page, and then I also have a Fit and Bendy Challenge Facebook group. And it's closed, like it's a secret, or not secret, closed. So when you click onto this page where it says tickets available, it will take you to the group, and you'll have to request to join. So then when I see somebody has requested to join, then I know that they're interested in the challenge. So basically what I do in this event page is I post things in here regularly that are just giving people information about PIO. So I'm going to go back to here to the start. So I just posted some pictures about PIO. If you've clicked going to this event and you're not on my friends list, I'll be sending you a friend request. So be on the lookout. Looking forward to chatting. So because I'm doing this, a lot of the people that have joined the event are not people that I'm friends with. Can you guys make sure that you're on mute? I hear background noise.
Can you believe we went to bed and Dallas came back at 1? What the hell happened there?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so I post this a few times just so that people that are joining my group, I may not be friends with them on my personal page. And if I'm not friends with them, then I can't message them. So basically, you know, when people join this, then I send them a friend request and then I message them. Here's another idea of what I post. Here's an amazing success story from another girl who completed PIO. This is just a picture I got from the PIO Facebook page. There's tons of PIO before and after pictures and success stories and people that won the Beachbody Challenge, like the $500 thing. So even if you've never done PIO yourself, or, you know, this obviously doesn't relate to only PIO. You can do this with whatever you want. So you can go onto those Facebook pages and find, you know, success stories and results, as well as success stories from within our own team. So I share those. This is a YouTube video that Shalene posted. That is just the base moves, basic moves tutorial that gives you a little more idea of what the moves are like in PIO. So I'm basically just posting just the same as I do for like my product launch groups, when I'm just building up hype, building up interest, getting people excited. So here again, I'm saying I'll be sending you a friend request, and once you accept, I'll shoot you a message. Also, feel free to invite any of your friends or family that you think may benefit from this program. If you have them click join, I'll be sending them a friend request and messaging them so that we can chat. Here's another results picture. So you kind of get the idea. I'm just kind of sharing what PIO is, what it can do for you, what it's done for other people, why you should like it. You know, so here's a picture of me doing PIO this morning. Just wanted to assure you guys that this program is able to be done with a toddler, 140-pound bull mastiff, and a terrier mix all up in your workout area. So, you know, just kind of sharing stuff, why I got PIO certified. It gives people more, it gets them to know who I am and what the program's about. Now, as far as the advertising goes, I have this as a promoted event through my likes page. Let's see how I can do this. So if you were to go to your, you can only do this with a like page. You can't do Facebook ads through a personal page. And that's one of the biggest reasons why you should have a like page if you ever want to use Facebook ads to grow your audience, to grow your number of followers and things like that. So once you create your event on your Facebook like page, you can go into the ads manager to create a new ad, and you would go to the raise attendance at your event, Fall Fit and Bendy Challenge. So since I had already created it, Facebook already knew exactly what event I was talking about. And if you've never run through setting up an ad before, this is basically, it just walks you right through everything. You can include location. So if you want to do the whole United States, or maybe if you want to zero it into your area where you live, a specific region, you can do age groups, male, female, interests, you know, different things, fitness and wellness. And this is just going to target, you know, the people that you're looking for. So you can do, there's so many different ways that Facebook gives you to try and zero in on your niche. Right now, there's nothing selected, and the potential reach is 186 million, which that is way too much. You know, like when I'm creating an ad, I usually want to try and reach maybe like 100,000 people. And of that, it's usually like 100 people a day that maybe my group will be seen by. So you can choose your daily budget and all those kinds of things. And I didn't really want to make this call about setting up a Facebook ad because there's a lot of better trainings than me to tell you how to do that. But I really just wanted to share with you about creating the event and using Facebook ads as one way that you can help promote your event. So I'm going to go back to the event page. Okay, so once you've created your event page, one way to kind of get it out there if you're not doing Facebook ads is to share the event. So you can just go up here, you know, and copy and paste and post that on your regular page and just say like, hey, here's my group, blah, 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 and just posting that will show people on your regular page, you know, your regular friend personal profile page, and give them the ability to see it and to join your event. Also, you know, if you tell people that this is what you're doing and that you would love to have, you know, for them to invite their friends or family that might be interested in going, that's a good way to kind of spread your event that way too. So, but if you're doing this through a like page though, chances are you're going to have people joining the event that you're not friends with and that you don't know. That's the whole reason behind a like page, is it gets you in front of more people, new people to have conversations with, instead of going through the same deck of cards, going through the same friends list that you've been talking to. So, for example, you see I have 45 people going to my events. Now, that does not mean that 45 people have signed up and gotten a challenge pack. It just means that 45 people have clicked join on my event, and I'm now reaching out to them to find out what their goals are, find out if the Fit and Bendy Challenge is going to be a good fit for them. So, like these people, Facebook has it separated into people that I'm friends with and people I'm not friends with, and then I can just go in and send these people a message. And basically what I say in the message is, you know, for example, this person, Lauren. Hey, Lauren, I saw that you joined my event, the Fit and Bendy Challenge. I would love to send you more information about it to see if this is going to be a good fit for you. What made you interested in this challenge? Tell me a little bit more about your health and fitness goals. And that's pretty much what I send as my initial message. So it just kind of lets me know where they're at, what their goals are, and I can kind of know off the bat if it's somebody that's just not going to be the right fit. You know, if it's somebody that says, hi, I'm doing Advocare and I'm really liking my protein shakes, but I haven't done anything workout-wise, or, you know, it just kind of lets me know where they're at now. Sometimes they'll be doing CrossFit or other workout routines, or sometimes they're already working with a coach or are a coach themselves. So it just gives you the ability to kind of weed out people that are definitely not going to be the right niche or the right, you know, person that you're going to want to work with or whatever. So, but the key here is that just because all these people have joined my event page doesn't mean that they're going to be ready to join and actually sign up and get a challenge pack. Some of them may end up just getting PIO, or some of them may end up not doing anything. And some of them, you know, I'm just going to keep on my list and invite to maybe a free challenge that I'll have in the future, like an ab challenge or clean eating challenge, one of those kinds of things. And this is how I create my ongoing list of people that I'm able to invite to future groups, future challenge groups, coach opportunity calls, those kinds of things. But the key is that you have to keep track of who you're talking to. So let me get my spreadsheet of people. Okay. So here's my Google document that I have kept for people I'm talking to for the Fit and Bendy Challenge. So I'm just keeping their name, the source. So these are people from the event page, personal page, when I messaged them a little bit about what their goals are, if they actually did reply to me and give me a little bit more of the scoop on what they're up to. I try and keep track of the status, like here, Christina Villeroy doing T25, switching to me as her coach. This person has PIO, and I'm asking her about Shakeology. This person is an LEO wife, so I gave her an incentive for, being in LEO, which is law enforcement family. So, and this is just something I've been using, and I'll be honest, I'm not the most organized person at all, and it's a struggle for me to be intentional about tracking and keeping an idea of who I'm talking to. But this is what I've been doing for the Fit and Bendy, and it's definitely been helping me keep track of who I'm talking to and help me remember what their goals are and if they got back to me and those kind of things. So let's see. I'll stop share. Okay. All right, so anyways, that's just something that's been working well for me. I've used the event page for coach opportunity calls. I've used it for coach preview groups. I've used it for free challenges, like for a clean eating or ab challenge or those kind of things. And it's worked really well. I think people, especially with like pages, people like the ability to join an event rather, like it just, people are more likely to do something where a group is involved sometimes rather than engage like in a one-on-one conversation with you. But if they're talking to you for a particular purpose, like an event, then they might be a little more open to, open up to you about what their goals are and who they are and why they're interested and those kind of things. So anyways, that's what I have to say about that. So I hope that helps you. And definitely, if you're going to look into doing a Facebook ad for your group to promote your group, there's like specific things that Facebook requires as far as the size of your picture and the amount of words on your picture. So there's a lot of different weird things that you have to make sure you're following the rules on. So that's why I said, if it's something that you want to get into, learn a little bit more, like, do a YouTube search for trainings on that, because I'm definitely not the guru in that area. Kendra Fletcher is really good. She's the one that kind of taught me that. So we got some chats. Would you keep it program specific or do you do a general ad? Kristen, I've done this. I've promoted an event for the Police Wives Challenge, and that one's always really great for me to target my advertising to people like police wives. And for that, that's always an open program. The Fit and Bendy, that one just kind of works with PIO, but I've done it both ways. And I very rarely do a single program unless it's a launch like size, because I usually have a hard time finding 5 people that want to do the same program.
But you normally do LEO. Do you ever do like it's like non-LEO, like they wouldn't, because that'll attract anyone that's it's a Leo wife like us. But have you tried any that are not LEO, that are just general, like this is my spring whatever?
Yeah, I have tried that. I had one that was something to do with moms, like busy moms. I don't know. It's a little
more general.
Yeah. It wasn't one of my big wins for sure, because I can't even remember what it was. So.
Hey, Jen, a couple of questions. On the one part where you said the tickets, that's interesting because I've ran these event ads, and I think I just skipped that part. But you create the group then, and you so how do you put that link? You just copy and paste it from another you create the group and then you copy and paste that link for that group in the tickets part?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And then I think Rachel had asked this too, I had seen in the chat, but how long do you, so when did you open up this event on your like page prior to, I mean, have you been running it for like 2 weeks? And do you pay to run that then like every day out of curiosity?
I probably started it, let's see, we found out IO was on sale on the 30th, or the 31st, I guess. So I probably started this on the 1st or 2nd. And yes, I'm currently paying to promote this until the 20th. And I think I have like, I don't remember what my budget is, like $3 a day or something like that.
And this is pretty interesting because so I ran an ad on my like page for, I created an event and ran it as an ad for the Back into Jeans event, and I had no responses, none. And I paid for it and ran it for 4 days, I think, and it was during the week because they say technically to run your ads during the week instead of on weekends, more traffic, or starting like Sunday night. And I did not receive one response. And I've done them before, but I actually went in and I did the part where I wrote down, I focused in and the interests, or my target audience, I guess, is what I did. And I went in and adjusted that. And I don't know if, obviously I targeted a completely, which I didn't think so, but I was really shocked and kind of confused and surprised that I did not get even one response to it. But I guess, is that normal?
Yeah, I mean, it's taken me a long time to like just trial and error with my audience. And I even did, you've done a lot of Steve's trainings in practical social media, and he taught about, doing a Facebook ad to promote new likes on your page. And so I tested it with 2 different audiences, one that was kind of geared towards police wives and one that was geared towards like toddler moms. And I was able to see like which one performed better. And it just helped me. Like I saw the toddler mom one wasn't really giving me what I wanted. And so I was, instead of lumping it all together, which is what I used to do, I'm like, oh, I want toddler moms, I want police wives, I want people that live in Knoxville, I want people that are interested in Pilates, and I would lump it all together in one ad, and like in one target audience, I mean. And that was one of the issues I was running into. So now I run, if I want to target police wives, then that's what I focus on. If I want to target toddler moms, then that's what I focus on, instead of lumping in all my different interest groups. Moms that like wine, moms that like coffee, like all of those things, they're all separate things. And that's helped me a lot too.
I think you can also target what time you run your ads during the day. So I know like my target audience generally respond at 8 o'clock in the morning, at noon, and at 7. They don't talk any other times during the day. So if you can kind of see the rhythm of when people are liking what you're saying, I would run your ad then, because it's going to attract the same people who are on probably about the same time of day as well, and that might help a little bit too.
Yeah, good point. I've never actually tweaked with the time thing. So that might be a good idea too. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions, comments on that? Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, I've been running the 21-day quick start new coach training for the past few months. I've been starting it on like the first Monday of the month, so not necessarily the first. And I just kind of wanted to get your guys' feedback. I mean, I usually open it up to the whole team for you guys to add your coaches in there that are interested in learning more about the business. But usually I don't even get to day 21 because people kind of drop off and lose interest. And, you know, it's just me posting to myself in the group when I don't really need to be doing that. So, you know, I'm in a lot of other groups with, you know, different elite coaches and within Scotty's team and Lindsay Matways and stuff like that. And I know some people have moved into even shorter, you know, like 7-day thing so I just wanted to get your guys' feedback, you know, on maybe what's working for you guys or what you think would be a better system, or maybe if you've gotten feedback from your downline coaches that have been in the groups and those kind of things.
I've been in some of your longer groups, and I mean, I never make it through all of them. I mean, I've been through your 21, and I've been through a 30-day one. I still have all my emails for it, but I haven't been able to make it through any of them that are that long. Myself, life happens.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
You know, I think personally that time frame is too long. I also think a lot of maybe some coaches do their own, you know, when they start their coaches off, that they kind of do their own thing with them. Say if they only get one coach on board that is interested in the business per month or something like that, they might just work. I know I'm doing that with Amber. I'm more working personally, I guess, with her. And I think for, I don't know, my thought process for new coaches, I think it's hard for them for a 21-day coaching group like that when they're trying to do, you know, everything else at the beginning of coaching, you know, doing their vital behavior and learning, and they're so excited about the business and starting their own challenge group. I almost wonder if it's, you know, still too much for them. You know, I guess that would be my thought process. And also I think 21 days is too long for them. I mean, obviously, if people are dropping off and not making it to 21 days, you know, maybe condensing what information. I'm not in that one. I've been in the other groups though, but maybe condensing the information of what they're getting and shortening it, and then creating, you know, say for a coach who's an emerald coach who has been in the business or been coaching for 5 months and wants, or 4 months or something, and creating, you know, almost not like a push group, but a new coach training and putting different material in there, because a lot of coaches don't understand a lot of the stuff, I think, right away. So I don't know. That's, I guess, my 2 cents.
I just went through it. So I think the only things you would want to drop, I found it really helpful personally, but you know, I went in full steam. So it's I have a little bit different motivation going through. I'm not, you know, my kids are out of school. I wanted a job this fit my life, this is what I want to do, so I'm all gung-ho. But maybe some of the videos of other people talking, I thought your Google Drive was really good to have a basic understanding of that. Just like a couple things are really good, but some of the videos of other coaches talking, I would shorten it to 2 weeks, maybe. Start whittling that way, because I think people's attention span is generally 2 weeks. If it's a lot of good information, people will stay. If it's a lot of, here's something nice to watch or whatever, put the more important stuff at the beginning, and then, like those videos at the end. So if people are tapering off, they're just missing things that aren't coming from you necessarily, like all your stuff, get this book, this is how you blah, blah, blah. Those ones you pick out your most important ones, put those at the beginning of the program, and then put the things that aren't so important at the end, so that when people, if and do taper off, they're not missing the vital things. And then that way you don't feel like you're having to do so much work at the end for a little amount of people. Those are just kind of like takeaways rather than essentials.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, all right. Well, I will work on that. Do you guys like having it as like a team-wide thing to be able to have that to plug into? I know Beachbody just put out their new Coach Basics type thing, and I haven't looked at it. But when they first released Coach Basics, that was 60 days. And gosh, you guys should have seen how difficult it was to try and get someone to stay plugged in for 60 days.
Sarah started a group with me and Kendall and a couple other of her coaches, and I was the only one that finished these 60 days.
Yeah, that was rough.
I would message her, I'd be like, okay, where's my post? Put it up so I can get to it.
I think like what Nicole said, like a lot of coaches like work with their coaches that they sign like individually. So it could be like repetitive, whatever you're putting in there. So I definitely think the overall consensus is it should be shortened. And since we already, like when I sign a coach, I go over the 7-day quick start with them, and that pretty much covers like a lot of stuff. So maybe if you condense it into something that's like 7 to 10 days, that probably would be enough material. And like I said, it's probably repetitive stuff because I work with my coaches. I have the Getting Started Right call, and we go over everything on their 7-day quick start. And then I work with them as much as they want to be worked with. And I make sure that they go over everything in the back office too. They do all the trainings. So that's something that I do, and maybe probably a lot of other coaches do too. So it could get repetitive if they're in a lot of groups. But I do always ask you like when the next group is, because I don't run my own groups. I just work one-on-one as needed. So I like the groups, but I haven't actually really gone in and like watched your daily posts and stuff. But I only can think that it's probably very similar.
Yeah. Okay. I have some ideas. I was actually kind of thinking about making like the first week of the month like training week, so it doesn't have to be for new coaches, it doesn't have to be for Emerald, or if you're pushing for Diamond, it's just like training week. And maybe I'll just have something that's basic, but then also like think of new things to
I like that idea. Like, because what we went over tonight when Nicole and I asked, like, when do you start running this? This would have been a really great training for something at the beginning of September. And then maybe we all could have done, like, an event page. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that's a great idea, like, training week. So it could kind of, like, coincide with, like, maybe it would be training about whatever the monthly product is, the monthly challenge pack is. Maybe because, like, not everyone has done PIO, so maybe like whatever's on sale next month, it could be training about that, or training about a book, or training about
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes, there's a lot of value in a lot of the things that people do that make them successful, they don't even realize that they do it. And so when I'm trying to think of like things to talk about on the team call, most of the times I don't even know what the call is going to be about until Monday, when it comes to me, usually when I'm doing personal development. And then Sandy asked me, we have like a diamonds and above group, and she's like, can you tell us the topic early so I can, send it out to my downline? And I'm like, early? I'm like,
because the two of you are like super opposite when it comes to that.
Oh, I know. So I'm sure it drives her crazy that I don't tell her until the last minute. But then I was making an effort to think of what the call was going to be about early. And then I'm like, as I was doing some work in the event page, I'm like, oh, well, this is what I'll talk about. So,
I figured that's kind of what happened, but
yeah,
it wouldn't have made sense if we did it a couple weeks ago, but
yeah. Well, but we'll have to remember to bump this call up, like repost the recording at the beginning of next month as a refresher. I don't know what will be on sale next month. So,
well, I was just thinking, Jen, a thought that I thought this was a great topic. I mean, obviously, I took some notes and I already learned several things and I've done lots of trainings on Facebook ads and events and everything, and I still learned some valuable things here. So I think it was a great call. My thought was when you mentioned about, I had seen that she asked what the call was going to be, and unless you have like a specific guest speaker lined up, or it's after an event, Super Saturday or something, what if you posted like the second Wednesday of the month, like had something go off where you could post in the Fit Fam group, like the first Wednesday of the month idea day, idea topic, where you could ask, put a post saying, coaches, if you are struggling or think that there's a specific topic that would help with some of our calls, please, because I think coaches are somewhat afraid, especially new coaches. We think that you already have this agenda worked out, that you know where you're going with the calls, and that, so I think we're maybe a little intimidated. I mean, I know I was that way for a while about the calls. So I just thought maybe putting a post like that Wednesday of the month, that just asking if there's anything specific that the call you would like us to touch base on for the calls for the rest of the month. That way, hopefully, whether 5 or 10 people respond, at least that can give you some ideas for like the second Monday of the month call. Or even a thought would be maybe the third Monday of each month having a general sesh call, where those who want to get on a Zoom and talk about other things, just kind of open it up. I don't know. That was just a thought also. That just popped into my head because I like to talk. But
no way.
But maybe asking in the group if there's a certain thing, and who knows, you might get 4 coaches responding to the same thing. Can we do a team call that talks specifically about trouble with the whole challenge group thing, or learning a certain social media, so that's just an idea.
Yeah, no, I like that. That would help me out tremendously.
Right. And then that way, if you did it at the beginning of the month, you know, if you posted on the Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month, that would give you time, like say if you didn't have a guest speaker or leave the, you know, I know you and Michael travel a lot, so it might help out plan-wise also that, you know, you have your guest speakers when you guys are traveling, and then those other calls with those specific issues that coaches would like to have a team call about on those days. So, yeah.
Awesome. I like it. All right. Well, 9:45, so we'll wrap it up here. But thank you guys for getting on tonight. And if you decide to do the event page, definitely let me know how it goes and keep me posted on that and how you're doing with that. And I think I posted already on our team page, but if you have PIO people, I'm more than happy to have them in my group if you want to put them in Fit and Bendy. So more than happy to have participating bodies in there. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good night, and thanks for logging on. And I will get this uploaded on YouTube, and that's all I got. So, see ya. Good night.